Good evening, Knockout Challenge fans. This is Dale Little Cheddar Lorenz, and I am back in the booth again at Varsity Club. We are live for Knockout Challenge Round 2. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is match number 6. Number 6 of 8, and then I have 2 more tomorrow. And we'll get into a little bit of that later on. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the match. Tonight we have, as you've already been watching for the last 10 minutes, we have Todd Schmidt and Brent Lucas. And I think these guys know each other pretty well from the Fond du Lac area. I think they've probably played against each other very close in Fargo. So this is going to be a good one. Jump into the chat and tell me what game you're hoping for tonight. I think it's been mostly 10 ball. I think maybe 2 matches of 9 ball and then a couple of matches of 8 ball. So it's been a lot of 10 ball. So, and no, I don't have the wheel rigged. But anyway, speaking of the wheel, I'm going to switch on over here and get you the side view so we can watch them leg. You already know the drill. Whoever wins the leg spins the wheel and also gets the first break. 8 ball raised to 8, 9 ball raised to 9, 8 ball also raised to 8. So I will get them started and be right back. You know, it's quite funny because both guys said right before the leg or right before the spin is they're both hoping for 8 ball. And of course, when that's what you're hoping for, yeah, the pool gods say, you know what? I think we're going to play 9 ball tonight. How do you like that? What's going on, Scuba Steve? Thanks for joining me on Friday night. If you get an opportunity, and I touched on this a little bit the other day, I'll put the flyer up in just a second. You probably got a notification earlier today. We've got 2 events going on. Brian and actually Joe Vermilio is down in Villa Rica, Georgia at the Junior Nationals Battle of the Junior Champions where we were last year. So if even if you're on a split screen or something like that, you can watch both of the matches. So get on over there and support the juniors if you get an opportunity. All right, so we are playing 9 ball, and that is a race to 9. And given that their handicaps, their Fargos are so close, it is a straight race. So the players did inform me that they discussed 3-foul rule, and that is in place tonight. So I've seen, it comes into effect a little bit more, I think, in 10 ball. I'm not sure, but I really haven't seen it a ton in 9 ball. Uh-oh. Just caught the backside of that 4. Denying him shape on the 3. Ditchweed Fred in the house. What's going on, Mr. Renner? Thanks for tuning in to the Battle of the Junior Champions earlier today. I noticed you were in the chat. I didn't say a whole lot because I was doing about a million other things, getting ready for tonight and the rest of this and so on. But anyway, thank you, Fred, for liking and sharing. And hint, hint to everybody else, just in case. It's funny because I tell everybody else to do it, but I haven't even done it myself yet today. All right, unsuccessful jump by Todd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, boy. This is a pretty thin cut. I really don't think there's much. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. I don't know if he would scratch in the side or not. Oh, boy. Actually, if he would have hit it thinner, he would have scratched in the side. Ooh. A little bit close to his work. So, Fred, how many cans of, or I should say jars of venison did you get? How do you put venison in a jar? I mean, what you put all kinds of spices and everything in with it? I'm assuming. I've never actually heard of canning venison before. I mean, I'm not a huge hunter. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but I like venison. Hey, what's going on, Andy? Yeah, I agree. As with all the matches, I'm looking forward to all of them. But, this is one it's kind of been on my radar because I've seen Brent play before, but I've never seen Todd play before. And after his first match, I'm very impressed with his game. So I believe this is going to be a very close battle tonight. All right, Brent with the first punch. Do we have any score predictions in the chat?
Chips in here?
How many of us have done that before? I've never done it. Yeah, right. Hit the 3 just a little bit thin, causing the cue ball to take off a little bit more and got him off angle. Another thin cut on the 3 ball for Brent and jacked up over the 4. So how many people in the chat right now are getting hungry thanks to Fred Renner? Or already hungry? Man, that sounds delicious. One of the competitors. Good evening, Jason Harlan. Yeah, I believe you. I think this is going to be a good match tonight. And it's starting out like every stream I've ever done, without fail. It's getting settled in, shaking off the nerves if they have any. If you don't have any I'm not sure if you're alive. This is this is a big deal to everybody because it's the money. It's the money match. And it's always good to have a little bit of nerves. A little bit. As long as it doesn't, inhibit your play. Wow. 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 What a kick. He played a really good shot on the 3-ball, and, obviously just a little bit too much spin on it, whatever, but what a kick. The challenging part is getting from, the 5 to the 6 is, if he wanted to, is just a stop shot. The 6 to the 8, on the other hand, not so easy. If you didn't make it down here on a Friday night recently for the Friday night 8-ball, I think it's a race to 3 tonight. Anyway, it's the Friday night mini. It is a lot going on tonight. So if you are in the Oshkosh area and you want to get in a little bit of pool on a Friday night, I'd highly recommend it here. It's a good field. Hello, Jennifer White. What is your relation to Todd, or friend, or you're just cheering? How many people in the chat, how many viewers have seen that pocket rattled more than any on this table? Me, where I'm sitting, all the time. Good shot by Brent. A little bit steep on the 8, but I think it's manageable. Otherwise, if not, it's a pretty easy safe. If he does go for the cut, let's get... I think actually this is probably the best view. Maybe not. Let's check this one out. I think it does go past the 9. Not 100%. Ooh, boy. Hey, what's going on, Scott? Friday night at Sussex Bowl. Are you playing in the Is there a tournament tonight? Or are you just down there practicing? I'm assuming, obviously Brian is down in Georgia. So if there is a tournament down at Sussex, good luck, Scott. I don't even know what the game is tonight, if there is one at Sussex. Brian switches it up, I believe, every week. All right, both players with an open account on the board, so I guess they're both settled. I wouldn't say settled in yet, but they've at least got a score on the board. That always helps. All right, that makes sense, Scott. Scott, are you watching it on your phone, or is it on? Is the match on the TV down there? I'm just kind of curious because, like I said, I know. Actually, I don't know if it is still going on because it's kind of late. I remember last year when we were down for the Junior Nationals that you didn't want the kids out late at night. So I think they stopped play at like 7 or 8 o'clock or something like that, so that they could get a good night's sleep. Because tomorrow's another. It's a long day for the kids. Today was a long day for the kids. And right after this game finishes, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I think he got just high enough to get down to the 7 pretty easily. Leave himself a little bit of an angle to get. Scott Henry, is your place of employment hiring at all? Because I want to watch pool while I'm at work. I think everybody does, right? Well, actually, sometimes I do, but don't tell anybody. All right, I don't think I would draw out of this one. I would put a little bit of left-hand spin, running left-hand spin, and come around that 9 ball. It kind of looks like he's cueing that way. Let's see. Yeah, just like that. That's a really good shot. That's a smart way to do it because you're coming into the line of the 9 ball. That's a good shot. That is a good out by Todd. Bringing our score to 2-1. So to answer your question, Jennifer, So Outer Point Streaming has 2 permanent stream booths. One at Sussex, which the floor is actually a brown epoxy concrete, over concrete. And here at Varsity Club is what you're looking at. So there's the one in Sussex, and then there is the Varsity Club here in Oshkosh. And then we also have a mobile booth, which Brian is using down in Georgia right now. And you're pretty darn observant if you remember what the floor looks like. All right, Todd pocketing a ball, but I think the only shot that he has is the carom. Let's see. So if you look at it from this view, that combo does not go in. But I think he can just catch just a small sliver of the left side of the 1 ball and pocket this 10. And the trick is to hit it hard enough where the cue ball comes back out so he gets a shot on the 1 in the same pocket. Or the opposite pocket. Uh-oh. Too hard. Or perfect. He's kind of shaking his head a little bit. That was the look of a man wanting or saying to himself, okay, that's not how I planned it, but you know what, I'll take it. Being jacked up over the 5 like that made it much tougher to get a lot of action on that cue ball, which is why he ended up a little bit cheddar on that leave for the 2. Phew. Personally, I think I would have tried to play safe there. Instead of trying to pocket that ball. That was a super... that was a tough cut. And Brent kind of having the same angle. I would definitely play safe. Right idea by Todd, and I don't believe he left him. Nope. I don't think that goes past the 5 in the side. Kind of looking right down the barrel of it here from the booth, and I think Brent is going to have to play another safe right back at him. Ooh, this is a really good safe. Actually, that might have been a two-way shot, too. So this makes hitting this 2 ball for Todd pretty tough. He's going to have to go probably 2 rails behind the 7, down to the left and back up, and try to catch a piece of that 2 ball. Might even pocket it. And given that it's 9 ball, they don't have to call their pocket on anything. 100% slop. What's going on, Steve Zoo? How are you this Friday evening? The most shocking part of that is the fact that I didn't think you could hit the 2 without making it. I mean, as long as you hit it, it's going in the side pocket. And I was wrong. Obviously. Another good save by Brent. Good hit. It doesn't leave Brent with a whole lot to shoot at. He could take the thin cut and play it in the upper right-hand corner. I think we're going to see another save right back at Todd here. And that's exactly what he did. May or may not have left it a little too close to the pocket where Todd could easily kick this in. It's not a guarantee, but good shot by Brent, and I think he can just play a stop shot on the 3 ball, and that will keep him clear enough to get to the 5. He's going to have to take what he gets on this 5 ball. I don't think he can get much better shape than just a stop shot. And then he's just going to have to play what the table gives him. Sometimes that's not a bad idea. Actually he has 2 options here, too. If he doesn't feel comfortable on the thin cut on the 5 and just going back and forth and kind of letting the cue ball loose, this is not a hard safe either. Very nice cut. And I believe this is probably going to be an early game. I know if I was playing, it would be. Todd is going to cut this 6 ball right into the 9 for an easy combo and a 3-1 lead. A little bit fortunate where that 9 ball ended up after the shot on the 5, but he still pocketed the 5. That's all that matters. If you want to see some excitement in the room, check this out. Oh, you can't see him. Darn it. Up there in the upper left. That's Taylor Collar over there. He's watching Marshall Williams run out the table. All right, rack number 5. Todd Schmidt breaking. A third of the way to victory. Hitting them hard and pocketing 2 balls. Unfortunately, one of them is all white. Pretty sure this is perfect shape for this 2 ball. I think he can pull it back just a smidge. Play the 3 in the lower left and get shape. Easy shape on the 4. Yep. Let's see what that angle looks like for him on this 3 ball. Very good shot. It was a big pressure shot, too, being down 3-1. He was a little bit out of shape, but not bad. One rail and out on the 5 ball. Probably play the 7 in the same side. And there will be no commentator's curse on this game because I don't believe in it, but I'm not going to do that to any players anymore. What's going on, Roger? Hello to you, too. What are you doing tonight? I figure you'd be playing pool somewhere. You're not here. Brent says, I'm not going away yet. while Brent is racking, if you do want to, sorry, just watching somebody else play over there. Get on over to Digital Pool, or you can scan the QR code. Sorry, and then it'll take you right to this knockout challenge. There are 2 matches left after tonight, and that is tomorrow at noon and tomorrow at 5. So, all right, I don't want you to miss the break here, so we'll get back to that. Anyway, even if you just go to Digital Pool and look for the knockout challenge, you'll see my flyer that's on there, and that'll take you right to the second round. 1, 2, 3. Nope, did not pocket anything. So I think, actually, I know Todd is going to have to push out. Roger, wish the grandkids a happy birthday for me from Little Cheddar. Did you get them a cheesecake for their birthday? No, I guess he could see a piece. Cease. He could cease. Never mind. He could see a piece of that 1 ball. Howdy, sir. Right back at you, Trevor Simpson. What do you know? Well, this 1 does go past, or obviously right between the 3 and the 9. And I think he can avoid hitting the 6 ball enough to get back over to the 2 ball. Thanks, Audie. Yeah, I think you called it, Trevor. It could have been a 1-9 combo up until that point. And then, yeah, this makes the 3 really tough to get to. Not 100% positive I like that play just because where the 9 ended up. It's a lot closer to a pocket than what it was before. So it could easily get slopped in. Or, given that the 3 is in such a tough position right over there, you could easily play the 3-9 bank now. I mean, it's not simple. It's not a given, but it does make it a little easier. This isn't a bad shot either, actually. I kind of like this. So I think what Todd's doing is lining up the 1 ball where he can pocket the 1 and break the 5-3 apart, and should should get a shot on the 2-ball. I guess we'll find out. That's a good shot. That's a really good shot. Well hit. How often have you seen that where, and I've done this to myself repeatedly, you'll play the shot to get the break, you get the break, exactly what you wanted to do, and then miss the next shot. Now you're thinking to yourself, why did I do that? Now I just left the break out for my opponent. But he did miss in a good way. I don't know. Yeah, there is such a thing, but yes. Didn't leave Brent with a whole lot to shoot at other than a bank right by where he's standing. That's no gimme either. Probably going to run into the backside of the 4. So if you just tuned in, thank you for being here. This is Dale Little Cheddar Lorenz, and I am live here in the midst of round number 2 in this very first knockout challenge at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And as I was just stating before, if you haven't already seen the bracket, this started out with 32 players. This is a single elimination. And to add a bunch of twists to it, after each round, there is a redraw. So you don't have the ability like in a normal tournament, okay, I won, this guy won, and now we have to play each other. So you have no idea until the whole full circle here, tomorrow afternoon, after the 5 o'clock match between, I think it's Vincent Didio and, let me look, I think it's Jesse Crook. Yes, Vincent and Jesse are playing at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Immediately following that match, I am going to shut down the stream, and then I'm going to start it up within a matter of 5 minutes or so. And then I'm going to do a live redraw. So the 8 players that are remaining out of the 32 are going to find out who their next opponent is. Here's the cool thing about this, is they get to schedule their own match. Unlike any other tournament where, you got to show up on a Saturday or show up on a Friday, blah, 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 blah. They confer with each other, set up a time, and if it works into my schedule, then here we are. And I'm almost done with the trophy for first place. And everybody is going to get to see that within a couple of days, maybe a week. Good shot pocketing the 5. The only issue is he's going to have to slow roll this 6 ball. Otherwise, he is going to end up too far from... You know what? Never mind. He just he hit that so good, it doesn't matter. That was a really good shot. I don't know if... How about we go 2 as soon as he hits this shot. And then we will take a look and see if this 8 passes the 9. It sure looks like it. It is not a full pocket, but I think enough to sneak it in there. Definitely an easier shot than playing the combo. Yep. We are going to have an all-tie score. 3 apiece. And now this match just became a race to 6. So let me throw this up there real quick while Brent is racking. So this is what we have tomorrow afternoon. Jeff Getch and Jason Harlan, and that is going to be, that's a close match as well. The Fargos are pretty high, if I remember correctly. That one starts at noon, and then, like I said before, Vincent Didio and Jesse Crook will be playing at, I'm sorry, it says 4 o'clock. It's actually 5 o'clock, so I apologize for that. I put the wrong time down, so... All right, Brent with a dry break as well. And leaving Todd with nothing to shoot at. It's an awful quiet chat tonight. I'm just kind of curious. So help me out. So my wife always tells me that, for her anyway, you know, my voice is very soothing. So, you know, I put her to sleep, or it's out of sheer boredom, where she, you know, pretends she's asleep, and, you know, just doesn't want to talk to me. So I'm wondering if I'm doing that to everybody that's watching the stream. This is actually a really good safe, and I'm going to give you the side view, and the reason why I say that, because Todd can hit the 1 ball, but I don't know. I mean, he might be able to draw out of it enough. I don't know if he can avoid this scratch, though. If he hits the 1 ball, there's a really good chance, like 90%, that's going to go in. I don't know. This I would not be doing. This is almost a guaranteed foul. I don't know if a ball even fits between there. Oh, my God. You know what? Holy crap. Todd, Todd made that look. I'm embarrassed because I didn't even think a ball would fit between there. From my view, and this happens a lot, even though I see everything that's going on out there, I really didn't think a ball fit between there. That was impressive. Thanks, Trevor. I'm not, 100% that I buy the second part of that, but appreciate it if it's true. No doubt. No doubt. Oh, I put my foot in my mouth many, 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 many times. And probably will again. All right. Super, super thin cut and not a lot of pockets to work. Does somebody else want to come in and do some commentary tonight? Getting all the calls wrong today. It happens. And it'll happen again. All right. 4-9 combo and puts it down. I think Brent has found a little bit of a rhythm in this match because he's getting up and firing pretty quick all of a sudden. And with much more confidence. Yeah. Hey, blow it out your Tarek. I'll tell you what, Tarek, you kind of whooped me. Well, I kind of whooped myself a little bit too, but you played better than I did, in our match a couple of months ago. But I'll whoop your ass in the booth. Maybe. Actually, I might be wrong on that too. You know what? Let's not find out. But I'll tell you what, anytime you want to come up to Varsity Club, Tarek, and join me in the booth and commentate on a match, you are more than welcome. Oh, that's got to slow down. Nope. I like the attempt. Todd really didn't have much other choice than to, attempt a safe. Austin, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us on a Friday night. A lot of regulars in the chat tonight. I think this is Let's see if I get this one right or wrong. This is a golden opportunity for Brent to play this 3 in the side and give that 6 just a little bit of a nudge, because he's almost guaranteed, as long as he doesn't hit it too hard, to have shape for the 4 ball. I think it would be a lot easier to get that 6 clear than to... Ooh, he completely missed it. I think he's okay. He kind of had the same idea and completely went around the 6 ball. So, got a little fortunate there. Oh, setting up for another early 9. Interesting. Well, it's a thin cut on the 5, but doable, or the carom. And it looks like, from my view, I think he was lining up the carom. I think I would. I don't know if he could make the carom. You know what? Why did I even say that? Because every time I've said it in the last, I think, 4 times, they've proved me wrong. I think I like this shot better, just for the fact that I think the 5 ball is going to kind of stay right where it is, and the cue ball is going to end up down at the other. Oh. Yikes. Not so good anymore. Let me get you an overhead view, and you'll see what is about to happen. Most likely a carom on the 5-9. And it double kissed. Hit the 5 ball much too full, too thick, and double kissed the cue ball out of the way, preventing the carom. If you haven't already, get on over to where that little like button is and give that a little push. If you don't mind, I would greatly appreciate it. And then right next to that little like button, the little thumbs up, there's a share button, and it literally only takes about 10 seconds, and then share it on your Facebook page or wherever you'd like to on social media. And that's how we get a lot more views, and how we continue to grow on YouTube. And it's always, 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 always greatly appreciated if you would. We're gaining a lot of momentum. That 7 is in the way. Made a good combo. Made a great shot. But did not come up with much. You know, this isn't a difficult safe. It's kind of a speed shot. If he thins the right side of the 6, he can put the cue ball right behind the 7 and potentially leave Todd pretty tough. Right idea? Needed just a little less speed. And just left Todd with a potential 6-9 combo. I think I would probably play that before I played the 6 in the upper left-hand corner as you look at it. All right, there it is. We are all tied at 4 apiece. So, as I was alluding to before, as he is racking, let me show you what's going on tomorrow. This is one of the matches that I was talking about, and I stand corrected. There is going to be a 1-game spot at noon tomorrow. And if you're following the KO Challenge group on Facebook, you will see the post somewhere in the morning. Jason Harlan versus Jeff Getch. And then immediately following, or I shouldn't say immediately, but as soon as that one wraps up, and then a little bit of a break in between so I can eat. Oops. This is the next match coming. Vincent Didio and Jesse Crook. And that is at 5 o'clock. All right, Todd with a break and coming up dry, and probably fortunate for him because he did not have a shot on the 1 ball. I'm not going anywhere for a while, Austin, so I mean it's no hurry, buddy. Appreciate it. But you know what? A spotted cow, I think, would be really good right about now. I'm not a huge drinker, but I think you just got me in the mood, Austin. A bit fortunate there. Having missed the 1, he hit it considerably harder than what he needed to, and he had no shape on the 2 ball. So that kind of put Brent in a bit of a pickle. But I think he may have left him... let's get over here real quick before he shoots it. All right, got it. Left him with a window. No way. That's kind of hard to believe. He was able to hit that. I'm going to show you the overhead view and take a look at how far this 1 ball. And again, you got to remember that the camera gives a little bit of a fisheye effect. But that 1 ball is hanging so close to that edge. Honestly, I think if Todd broke wind over there, he would probably go in. Okay, I'd like to apologize, everybody, for that comment. No, no, I'm not. Never mind. Don't draw into the corner. Oop. Good shot, but all right, he got enough out to see the 2 full, but this is a super, super thin cut if he's going to play it in the side. Cue ball's going to go flying. I think I would actually opt for a safe here. Just kind of hide him behind the 5 ball. Just pull back just a smidge. He opts for the aggressive shot and misses and kind of tied up the 3-5. There's a potential combo, but not a gimme. Brent missing it on the pro side, hitting it thinner than, and it always comes back and it usually ends up pretty difficult. Wouldn't have had a shot on the 3 though. I tell you, if he would have made that, I would have been incredibly impressed. Jacked up over the 3, almost tight on it, with a thin cut on the 2. That would have been pretty impressive. That's Al Holden for you, folks, right there. Just go over the chat and check it out yourself. If you know Al Holden, like I know Al Holden, that's some funny right there. Not breaking wind, cutting the cheese. Excellent. Fantastic. Al, when are you going to come and sit in the booth with me, buddy? Yikes. Needed just a smidge more of finesse on that one. I personally like the safe on this shot. Just a little bit, just a little piece of the 3 ball and get that cue ball right between the 4 and the 9. Or you could go with inside English and get it down by the 7 too. Just like that. That's a fabulous shot. Hitting this 3 ball is going to be pretty tough. Well, he might be able to hit the 3. It's getting to a rail afterwards. The 6 is almost a blocker for the 2 rail. The 8 is a blocker for the straight back 1 rail. He could go down to the short rail, but I don't know if he can get enough of the 3. And there's always the potential for a scratch. This is a really tough hit by Brent. And knowing the way things are going tonight, there is most likely like a really good possibility that he proves me wrong here. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, Al, you got a deal. If so, after this round, which again, there's 2 matches left, we are on to round 3, and then that is 8 players left. So there'll be 4 matches in that round. Then we're down to 2 matches. So we've got 6 until the finals, basically. So, Al, I'll let you know. If I'll kind of keep you up to date as to what the schedule is on what the matches or what the players decide after the redraw tomorrow afternoon. And you can join me in the booth. You know, it's one of the kind of the behind-the-scenes thing. It's pretty cool because I've had a lot of offers of, hey, can I come and commentate with you? And I'd like to get to the point where I can just start the stream and show somebody how to do it and spend the night with my wife. And somebody can just take over and commentate. But we're a little ways away from that yet. So, because there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and it's not always pretty either. All right, I think I would just come straight across and kind of get the cue wall right where it is now, somewhere in that general area, and that gives him a really good angle to get back down to the 7 ball. Ooh, overcut. And because of the overcut, the cue ball traveled a little bit further, and he kind of got out of the shape that he was kind of hoping for anyway. Who is going to deliver the 5th punch of the match? Stay off the rail. All right, let's take a look and see if he is straight on. That is going to matter. Looks like he can pull this straight back. He did. Left Todd with a reasonable shot on the 6. That's not really much of the issue, though, given where that it's a long shot, and he's going to have to hit it pretty clean because he's wanting to get that cue ball kind of right where it is now. And that is basically 6 feet of draw from a rail, 5.5 feet. Which would be 2 of me if I laid down on the table. Never mind. Electing to go forward and getting around the 8. Nice. Very nice. He's not out yet, but that was a really good shot. Avoiding that 8 ball. Getting on the short side of the 7. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. All right, I think with enough follow, he can pocket this 8 ball in the upper left as you see it and come back where the cue ball is right now and play the 9 in the lower right. I think he can avoid the scratch. He did. Overhit it on speed and is going to be left with a challenging shot on the 9 in the side. This is when you got to bear down. Keep your eye on the ball. And hit it clean as can be. That was a really good out. Most impressive. I think we've had... How many lead changes have we had so far? Started out with... Brent won the first game. I think we've had like 4 lead changes already. And another lead change for Todd. All right, pocketed the 1 on the break, and I believe... Let's look at this one, and I think that 2 ball goes past the 8. And then it's kind of a stop shot. Just leave the cue ball right there, and then you've got the perfect angle on the 3 ball to get over to the 4. If he can pocket this 2 ball past the 8, it's a winning... It should be a winning shot. It must not have gone past. Yeah, it looked pretty close. All right, I'm going to get you on the overhead view, and the reason being is let's take a look and see if that 2 ball is froze. Thank you, everyone, very much for all the likes and the shares. Thank you. Really can't say enough. Oh, excuse me. Greatly appreciated. Haven't had a hill match in a couple. Actually, I think it's probably been like 7 or 8 matches or something like that since we've gone hill. So I was kind of predicting at the beginning of the day, just thinking about the matches, and tonight I think we're going hill. That's always fun for the viewers. It's fun for me. I don't know if it's fun for the players. It's better than getting your ass whooped, but all right. If you're at the table, it's your shots coming up in 1, 2, 3 shots. Are you going to play shape on the 7 to get to the 8-9 combo? Or are you going to try to get between the 8 and the 9 and play the 8 in the lower left? I know what I would do. What would you do? And I think he got right where he wanted to be. He's got a good angle, if he so chooses. I think he can stun this ball right between the two. There's not a lot of room for error in there, though. You could also take the risk of running into the 9, pushing it out of the way, and leaving it sit right there to play the 8. But you run the risk of getting behind it. I like this play, and this is the way I would have tried to play it right from the beginning, because that combo it's not a gimme. Good call, Trevor. Good shot by Todd. Stayed down. Nice finesse. Didn't overhit it. Good pocket speed. And that's what it's going to take on this shot as well. He could be opening up a 2-game lead here. And does. What's happening, Jeff Hefter? So I got word from a little birdie that, well, we're not going to elaborate on it. We're not going to go in any details or anything, but I heard you found a team to play on for next year. Congrats. You're going to enjoy the hell out of it. Sorry, a little slow on the trigger there to get to the brake cam. Pocketing the 8 ball, and has so I don't know if you've seen it on your TV, but Todd just lined up. I think he's going to play this 1-9 combo. He is going to bank, and I'm going to leave it right on this camera. He is going to bank this 1 ball right behind the 5 and potentially pocket the 9 ball. I like the shot. I think it's the right choice. Jason Mungo White in the chat. What is happening, my friend? Pool? Yeah, this is hard to beat. I noticed that your son has commandeered your pool table at home. Are you his instructor, Jason? Just curious. Just asking. No need to get testy. Yeah, I agree, Jeff. A little bit thick. And again, really didn't leave Brett with a whole lot, but it's better to be at the table than having Todd right now at the table, because the rest of this rack is pretty simple. Oh. Where is that going to end up? Interesting. Yeah, no doubt, Jason. That is not a bad problem at all. Wow. And I don't think Brent's not even he wasn't even looking at the table. He didn't even notice what just happened. I mean, nothing moved. There's no foul or anything. Don't. But it was wow. Wow, what a shot. That's fantastic. So he literally swung and missed the cue ball. Nothing moved. He didn't touch anything. Whatever. It's not. In golf, if you do that, that's if you're addressing the ball, they call it. That's a one stroke. That counts as a swing. If you swing at it and miss. Pool, not so much. Well, this rack just became much, much more difficult by that 9 ball. What's going on, Anthony? Showing. I think I'm going to get that as one of my sound effects. Showing. Bada, 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 bada. How on this planet does that cue ball get between... Are you kidding me right now? Who plays that shot unintentionally? James, felt that in Fondy. Hey. So, Roger, I'm assuming that those are your golf rules. You play with mulligans. I don't ever want to golf with you. That's funny, Jennifer. According to Al Holden, that's a different kind of cutting the cheese. So, thin cut on the 5 ball. Gonna have to let the cue ball a little bit loose here. Probably come 3 rails. Try to avoid the 9. And pocket the 7 ball in the same pocket that this 5 is about to go in. Medium pace, because you got to hit this pretty thin. So the cue ball is going to travel. Overhit it, and you're going to end up the cue ball right where it is and not have a shot on the 7. Or you can play safe. I believe he probably hit that a little, maybe a little bit thicker than what he had wanted. Wasn't an easy save for, a little bit thinner. I don't think he would have left Todd with such an opening. But it looks like the angle is going more towards the 9 than it is the 7. I don't know if he has to go around this 9 or it's just kind of what I'm looking at. He's got to roll this forward. Yeah, I guess it did go past the 9. Huge opportunity for Todd to open up a 3-game lead. And it kind of blows my theory about this going hill. Well, not yet. Good shot. Ooh, that cue ball's going to get on the rail. Ooh, this just got much tougher. Wow. Hit that pretty good. Very nice out by Todd. 7-4. Match is slipping a little bit away from Brent. He's going to have to get on his horse and ride a little bit here. Oh. Oh. Cube almost fell in the bottom of that pocket, but avoided. Roger, do you give yourself a mulligan on every hole when you play? How's that birthday party going, by the way? Did everybody know that Roger Pregler is a grandpa? He's old. Nice shot. Not an easy opening shot, and buried it center pocket. Here's the trouble. Make the 3, and he's going to have to avoid that 6 and 7 ball. Looks like he's going to try and draw out of this a smidge. Now you don't want to overhit it and spin it past the 4. Yeah, that was not an easy shot. And actually what ended up just happening now is now it's blocked. I'll give you a different view and see if this pass goes past. Yeah, the 4 does go past the 8 in the same pocket that Brent is about to put the 3 ball. It's a good shot. I agree with Jennifer. 1 per 9. I don't think Roger agrees with either of us, Jennifer. Very nice shot by Brent, and leaving himself pretty easy from the 6 to the 7, and the 7 to... He should be out here. No, that is not a commentator's curse. I hope. Excuse me. It's a good shot, and I think he has the perfect angle from the 6 to the 7. Yep, just a little bit away from it instead of at it, which is a good thing in this instance. You can play this 2 ways. You play it with a little bit of high left and come to the middle of the table, or low right and draw it around 2 rails. I would prefer the high. Oh my, don't hit that 9 ball. Oh boy, did he get away with one there. You see that happen actually pretty often when you're using inside English. Typically you got to hit it just a smidge harder. Because once it hits the rail, it takes. All right, players are going to take a little bit of a break. I am going to change the score. Yeah, no doubt, Fred Renner, huh? All those viewers and only 27 likes. It's all good. You know, and that's one of the things that I know I've talked about it before. And honestly, I think I owe it to the viewers that this has grown immensely. Brian and I we've done Outer Point streaming for a year and a half. Yeah, somewhere around there, year and a half, maybe a little bit longer. But we crossed the 1,000 subscriber mark a year ago today. And the reason I say that is because we went over 1,000 at the Battle of the Juniors down in Georgia, which is where Brian is right now. So since then, it leveled off a little bit. You know, it kind of hovered right around 1,100, somewhere around there. A month ago, when this started, it was like right around 1,200. And I know we are at Derby, and Inside Pool Magazine is showing all of our content, which was the contract, with Autumn Gricella, and we'll talk about that in just a second, that she's releasing all of those videos 1 a week or somewhere around there. periodically, and our name is attached to obviously all of that content, but then it gets released on Outer Point Streaming. So our subscribership has gone haywire again. So I've gained like 300 new subscribers in the last, and that's just kind of a rough estimate, in the last month or so. So thank everybody out there. It's been fabulous. Hey Fred, you want to know what's funny about that? Is Taylor is right outside the booth. And he literally, when you said that, I'm not joking, he just looked in the booth. He's playing in the Friday Night 8-Ball. He just looked in the booth to see what the score was. So it's funny because I was going to have him come in the booth in between matches. It's kind of hard to do, but that's a Taylorism or a collarism. I just thought of a collarism. I like that. Taylor collar. Taylor. T-ism. So anyway. Taylor's say it, and they have a recording of it on Matt Apple stream because he's been in the booth there a couple of times, and that was terrible. I wish I had a recording of that because it's funny. So there's the QR code if you want to, while we're waiting for the players to return. That's the QR code to get you to the Knockout Challenge Round 2 bracket. And you're going to see who has moved on, who was knocked out, and who remains. Tomorrow's 2 matches, one at noon, one at 5, and then the redraw. So Brent is just coming back. Hope he washed his hands. We are set to resume. Ronald Thurley. Thank you very kindly, sir. That is much appreciated. And coincidentally, at a time when it was needed. All right, we are in rack. No, avoid that corner. All right, safe. Racket number 13. Todd 1 away from getting on the hill, 2 away from victory. All right, so you just seen what happened there. You kind of a two-way shot, missed it. I just want to go through this really quick because, and I understand that I will get back to that, but this is very important because if it weren't for these people right here on your screen, I wouldn't be sitting here for the most part. Peace Shower has been unbelievably helpful and very generous, along with Autumn Gricella at Inside Pool. And, of course, Adam, the new owners, he still hasn't shot, just so you know. Varsity Club, the new owner here. One of the premier is none other than John Kramer from the Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame. All right, so I don't get yelled at. Brent attempted a hit on the 1 ball and did not. All right, so for everybody in the chat, pay really close attention, especially Fred Renner. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds, Fred. Get yourself prepared if you're not already. I've got a little surprise for you. So we'll just sit and we'll see what Todd's going to decide to do. Are you ready?
He hit that ball terrible. Terrible. Hi, Fred.
I don't know if that's the exact same way that you said it at Mad Apple, but pretty close. So
Inconsistent story of my life.
yeah, I was watching your pool game out there. Yeah, trust me, I seen it.
Oh, it's bad. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah, your first match against Marshall
He
Williams.
played good, though.
He did.
He played good.
I'll tell you what. He's training. He took some lessons from Tyler and Margaret, I believe, both of them, and he has really been working on his drills.
He played good.
You're still in it though.
Yeah, I beat that big
Matt Strong
that
guy,
big grizzly dope Matt Strong.
the redheaded dude.
Yeah, Clifford. Don't tell him I said that. Oh,
So
boy.
everybody, if you would, get on over the comment section and put your hands together, because there is nobody, thank God, like Taylor Collar.
Nobody like him.
We are all blessed that there's only one of him.
Yes. Yes.
Holy crap.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I hate to cut you off.
All right.
I don't mean to do this, Taylor, but I have to go right to this because Mr. Jeff Hefter sent me. This is actually a super chat.
Oh, super chat.
There's super stickers where viewers donate to the stream.
Okay.
And then there's the super chat, which is right around $20.
Awesome.
So Jeff Hefter, thank you kindly. Much appreciated.
Where's the clap button? That deserves a clap button. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
And I'm going to expound on that real quick. If you haven't seen it before, these streams, you look at any of them other than Matchroom or some of the big one, they're viewer supported and sponsor supported. Without the viewers, obviously, watching and everything, we don't exist anyway. But the money is, all of this came out of my pocket and the new owner. It's a big investment, but I do it because I love pool. And those are the things what Jeff just did that keep streams running.
Absolutely.
So, thank you.
Absolutely. So now, before you cut me off there, I don't know this. I don't know Todd. Okay, but I was watching him play. That guy can play some pool, man.
No doubt.
He can definitely play some pool.
There's been some ups and downs, and you look at the Fargo, and that's honestly it's to be expected.
Yeah.
But these guys have played above almost every one of these matches. They've played either at or above their Fargo.
It's a funny thing what true competition does to a person. It really is. And with the guys that have stepped up to play in this tournament and put their money up, they're rising to the occasion, and that's what you're seeing there. So some people fold, and apparently all the guys playing, especially these two right now, are not doing that. They're playing good.
And it's been fun to watch because almost every one of the competitors that signed up to play in this, I've seen them play before. And elaborating on what you just said, this has brought out some of the best in their games, and for some of the worst.
Yeah.
There's pressure.
Pressure's a funny thing.
I've talked to every single player in our chat. I have a separate chat aside from everybody else that everybody gets to, bounce ideas off and everything. And it's been a lot of fun getting to this point, but every single player wants to win this so bad because they don't. Other than the $1,000 for first place, they don't know what the trophy is, and they don't know what the shirt looks like.
So one thing I'll say to that is I don't want to speak for every single one of these guys, but I'm going to say the majority of them. That $1,000 is probably the last thing that's on their mind. That's the thing that, money comes and goes, right? But it's the prestige that stays with you, right? And so I bet you a lot of these guys aren't even doing it for the money, honestly. It's for the trophy. It's for the shirts. It's for the I did this, right? And it's a really cool thing. It's a really cool thing what you're doing here, Dale. There's nobody in. I think I told you this in chat or at League last night. There's nobody in the state doing anything what you're doing right now. You're bringing a whole different dynamic to pool in Wisconsin, which everybody should be thankful for because nobody else is doing it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that, and that's. There's been several people that have messaged me over the last couple of weeks and last couple of days, and I'm telling you, that goes a long ways, more than anything you guys could even imagine. That's why I did this.
And it's really
it's been fun.
Cool. It's really cool. So, Todd here's got a chance to get on the hill.
Yeah.
And a good chance.
The way he's played the last 4 or 5 games, I'm not going to give him the old commentator's curse, but I don't see him missing anything.
Oh, I like it. There's no such thing as a commentator's curse.
Yeah,
he's getting out here. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. He's really buckled down and focused. And Taylor, you've played on a stream table before. You know as well as I do, it's hard to win that first game.
And open an account. Yeah, it's hard.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
And it showed in every single match we've had so far.
Mm-hmm.
So
the first and the last are always the hardest ones to win. And he's going to have now 4 opportunities to get that last game.
All right. That is knockout punch number 8, putting him on the hill. One more, and Brent is down for the count.
KO'd. So, who did Todd play? Do you know? Remember who he played in his first round match? No, I'm really putting it on you. Pressure's on.
I'll tell you
on
right
the spot.
now.
Dale's got all this. He's like, boom, right on hand. The bracket's going to be different, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh, you can manually put that in there, like
Derek Schwartz.
Oh, and Derek, yeah, he's a worthy opponent too.
No doubt.
And Brent played. Sorry, all these questions.
Brent beat. No, I like being tested.
Yeah. Well.
Steven Schwen.
Okay. Yeah. Steven he's a good player too.
No doubt.
So these are open, Dale.
This could be it.
They're open. Nothing to do to get position on the 3. Stop the 1, and it rolls you right down to the 5. And
do you see any trouble though?
None.
I do.
None. If you can get good on the 7
6
ball,
to
none.
the 7.
I don't think so.
Wait, does it go past the 9?
I think the 7 goes past the 9, and that's why I said I don't think there's any trouble.
That might be it then.
I think it goes.
Oh, definitely goes. Yeah. This could be it.
It's like roll, stop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at Jennifer White had the answers before I did. I wasn't even looking at the chat. Hey, well, first of all, what's going on, Al Jordan? What's up, dude? Hey, thanks for tuning in this afternoon, by the way. I noticed that you were watching the Battle of the Junior Champions down in Villarica, so.
That's a cool event, too.
No doubt. James Schmidt says, attaboy, and Jennifer White said, yeah, they played Derek and Steven.
Well, maybe she should.
I'm slow.
We might give her the job because she's Johnny on the spot.
Jennifer, what are you doing tomorrow? You could take my place if you want. I wouldn't mind. Well, how much do you know about pool? Probably more than me and Taylor.
Combined.
Yeah, without a doubt.
3 matches tomorrow?
2.
2.
There are 2 left, and...
That's it for the whole second round then, huh?
Yeah, that's it. And we're down to 8 players.
Okay.
This is a money match.
Okay.
Each player put up $125 to get into the tournament, and if they win this match, they're guaranteed $175.
Oh, they're making a little money then.
They're making a little bit, and it increases quite a bit after that. If you win the next round, it's $400 apiece. If you win the next round, it's $700. And then the finals is a grand.
So, I know the reason we did single elimination is because right around one table, right? The whole tournament's on one table.
Mm-hmm.
But it just brings me to thinking I would love to see more long race single elimination tournaments just in general in the state. I think it'd be great, like race to 11 single elimination.
I think it'd be fabulous.
Oh, it'd be great.
You talk about pressure,
Right. Yeah, you don't get no redos. You lose, you're done.
Yep.
He's a little funny on this ball. Now I think he's got to play forward. He's got to try to play it at 8 in the side now.
Yeah, this is not easy shape for this 8 ball.
No, because he's not gonna. I can't see him just playing a draw shot and playing the 8-9. It's not very centered. It's not very lined up. I think he's trying to get to the bottom rail here, which is extremely tough, or at least down by that corner pocket.
I got to get my telestrator back because I'd like to draw a line exactly.
Little John Madden. Yeah.
Right, kind of where you're pointing out.
You were right, though. I mean, you said the 6 to the 7, and that was the key ball because you had to be on the right side of the 7 ball.
Yeah.
And he ended up not quite on the right, real close, but not quite on that right tangent line.
He could. It's more of a risky play. He could come back and play the 8-9 combo, but there's no way at this juncture I would never play that shot.
No. What about playing safe here? Rolling him behind the 8 ball?
I think I'd rather try to end this match.
I know. It's tough. It's tough. What's he do? He's got center ball. He's got low on this.
Given that it's 8-5, I think I'd try to end it.
Oh, he's not going to quite get the right angle. He's going to go into the 9 ball here.
Unless he banks it.
I like trying to run it. I like rolling it in and bumping the 9. Even if you got to shoot the 9 up the table this way. The long way. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of good things.
That'd be my call too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to end it, folks.
Hit it really good.
He hit that really well.
Well done.
All right, folks. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Taylor, thanks for sitting in for the
5
short
minutes.
amount of time.
Yeah, sorry, I was playing.
Yeah, but I'm sure you got another match coming up probably pretty soon, right?
Probably in the next 10 minutes, yep.
So, everybody put your hands together for Taylor Collar. There's nobody like him, thank God.
Thank God.
Anyway, congratulations to Todd Schmidt. He
well played.
is going to be moving on, defeating Brent Lucas. Honestly, Taylor, this has become kind of like a brotherhood, if you would, because I'm sad for the guys that are getting knocked out.
Yeah, of course. They're good people. Brent's a great person, man, and he's a good player too.
No doubt.
It just wasn't his night tonight.
It's been good. It's been fun.
Yeah.
So everybody, thank you very much in the chat for tuning in again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave this up there. And while I go out and talk with the players, I won't end the stream right now. I'll just leave that up there, and then you can take a look at what's going on tomorrow.
Jeff and Jason at noon tomorrow,
and that's a one-game spot too.
Okay, and then Vince and Jesse, and I would assume that's an even race.
Even race.
Okay,
yeah. And it's actually at 5:00, but that's going to be a good match as well.
Yeah,
so.
They're both going to be. They're actually pretty close match, especially Vince and Jesse. That's pretty. Fargo-wise, that's a pretty close match. So,
no doubt.
Good luck to those players, and make sure you're tuning in tomorrow and keep supporting this because Dale's doing a really great job with it. And he's doing a lot of really good things for pool. So keep supporting it, and thanks, everybody.
All right, thanks. I'm going to mute the microphone. I'll be back in just a little bit. All right. So, got all of that taken care of. So, again, I appreciate everybody being here, and we will see you again tomorrow at noon. Just a reminder, if you so choose, this is also what's going on. I've talked about it on every single stream, and just do it again tonight. Brian is down in Villa Rica, Georgia, at the Monica Webb Battle of the Junior Champions. And this is an event put on by Inside Pool. Tracy Lerma is down there along with Eddie Altman and Scott Chandler and Joe Vermilio and Karen Attaway. Of course, Monica Webb as well is there. Milton Strack is down there. I was watching it for a good part of this afternoon, and it's fun. I mean, if you want to watch, I did mention the other night, and I apologize, I misquoted that. I thought Savannah was going to be there, and Sophia Mast and some of those. Unfortunately, their schedule did not work out where they could play in it. So, apologize for that. But don't let that deter you from watching, because there are some really, really good juniors down there that you're gonna want to tune in and watch too. So, anyway, have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.